Yo, how's everyone doing? Long time no see, as they say. Um, it's your boy Blake. If you've never been here before, if you're new to the channel, I make godly inspired content, you know, Bible studies, things of that nature. Um, but today, I just kind of want to hop on uh, for the new year, kind of explain some things that you may or may not care about. This video is really for me, but I think it could be helpful for whoever comes across it. Um, so yeah, last video I posted was a little bit after Thanksgiving, and from that point to now, uh, kind of been a roller coaster. Just in my own life, I was unemployed at the time. Now I'm in a whole new career that I barely know anything about, but it's definitely God's hand is on it, so I'm excited. But lots of different things have gone on in that short period of time. Long period of time if we're talking about YouTube and consistency. But I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about what I've learned in these almost 4 months of not posting. Um, Really, one thing that I've learned recently is that you know the things that you delay doing, you're gonna eventually have to do regardless. Uh, I was delaying the inevitable. Um, and it may not actually be the inevitable, it's a choice. But when I say I was delaying the inevitable, I was delaying full surrender to God. I was trying to come to God in all kinds of ways that just really weren't that reverential, um, in all kinds of ways that were kind of very selfish. Um, Wanting my timeline to be the one that God goes by. And I was going around in circles up until very recently. Um, but I think I'm in a place where I'm, beginning to surrender the things I didn't want to surrender. There are certain things, oh, you can have that, God, like my job. The job, when I wasn't working, that was all God. I wasn't even really applying. I just knew for some reason that God would come through. But then there are other areas where it's like, God is not going to do this unless I do it. Not even unless I do it. God's just not going to do it. I have to do it. You know? And I tried. There's certain things that I was trying to do. If we're being transparent, relationally, um, I desire, um, like most people, to be in a relationship, married, things of that sort. Valentine's Day was just yesterday. And there's a pocket of time, I'll say, from Christmas to the beginning of February, really, where I was trying to make things shake relationally myself. I would uh, turn a blind eye to certain red flags and people. I would um, go places, do things where I know God is not involved. All that was there was just beauty and lust. And that's what I was entertaining, trying to understand, partake in, right? And there came a point where I said, God, this is not going to work. Me chasing after women, me, compromising my morals because you look good, even getting successes felt wrong. you know, in the dating world, there's a lot of rejections, but there's successes as well. And those successes weren't fulfilling, right? And so January was the main month where I was just heavily chasing, not God, but, you know, lustful desires. And then February hit. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I had gotten prayed for in January, uh, but one of my guys, super anointed, and the prayer was like there will be an acceleration in the spirit. This is happens January 1st or 2nd, right after an incredible watch night service. I'm like, oh, we're lit. Me and God about to get litty in January. Me and God was not rocking in January. I'll say I wasn't rocking with God in January. I was super just trying to get on that with women, and you know, it was not good. It was not good. February comes for some reason after I felt like, after the surrender that I did late in January. I'm talking, like I said, this video is not really, there's no flow or outline to it. I'm just talking. If you watch, you watch. If you don't, you don't. But February hit, and all of a sudden it was like a veil was taken off my eyes for somehow. Uh, I didn't do anything different. I said a prayer one night where I was like, God, I can't keep doing this, and I felt like I actually meant it. And then all of a sudden, in the spirit, or just the word became more exciting. My prayer time became more powerful, uh, and I actually desired to spend time with God. And I've been running with it. You know, that's why I'm on here. Because I felt like, I needed to talk about it, talk about what's going on in my life, talk about God in different ways. I don't always have to be opening up the word to talk about God, but that's very important. But videos like this where I can just talk. And so that's a little bit about where I've been, kind of what was going on in my head in the time I was gone from making videos. The goal is to stay consistent. That's not easy. Like I said, I just started a new job, so um, time, may be a factor. But I want to continue to post videos, want to be led by God and what I make, the content I make. And encourage you guys to keep pressing. And like, when I say keep pressing, I mean be sincere. If your journey with God is hard, be sincere about it. If you feel like you want to give up, be sincere in those feelings. Don't hide them. I said, God, you're going to have to, there was a point where I was like, God, you're just going to have to be with me and come with me when I'm going out to these different places. You're just going to have to come with me, because right now, me trying to spend time with you in the quiet, in a secret place, it's not working. I don't advise you to do that, but that's what I did. And it was like, he was like, okay, I'm a let you go do you through the highs, the so-called highs, the so-called lows of, just being in the world. I'm gonna let you experience them, and you're gonna realize that it's not me. And that's what happened. So there's always gonna be ebbs and flows. Right now, I feel like I'm on a pretty spiritual high, but even in the spiritual lows, sticking with it, sticking with God. He knows the desires of your heart. I think that's one of the main things. I have all these desires, and I can go chase them without God. And I may even have success. But if it's not written by God, if the story is not written by God, if the job's not sent by God, if, you know, the money isn't made in a way that God allows, it's not worth. So I just encourage everyone here to bring God into your everyday and keep it real with him, be sincere about it, and be patient, because it'll eventually happen. Whatever it is, whether it's marriage, whether it's, for me, it was just not feeling like I'm tugging and warring with God. Whether it's healing, you know, it'll eventually happen. But in the meantime, until it does, you're getting to know God. You're getting to know God, and you're learning how to be content with just him. That's where I'm at. So, you know, I don't want to over talk, but I just want to say, for anyone who watches this video, got to the end, I appreciate you. And, you know, God is good, and he hears your prayers. So keep praying, and always have the heart to want to get to know him more. Other than that, I'm out. Like, comment, share, subscribe if this video touched you. See you in the next one.